NFL memes so that Venus Sky will take me back. Sorry these memes are late, I was ovulating. John Harbaugh realizing that good things happen when you actually give the ball to Derrick Henry. Who would have thunk that the best running back the last 10 years would be effective with the ball in his hands? Oh, what was I thinking? If the Ravens used Derrick Henry like this last week, they wouldn't be relying on the Browns to keep their playoff hopes alive. Yeah, Derrick Henry is built completely differently. He is just the most freakish running back. We live in such a beautiful running back era right now, you guys. Him, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey. We're so blessed. Yeah, some of these were just way too easy, though. Are the Green Bay Packers on fraud alert? Also, guys, Pittsburgh Steelers versus Baltimore Ravens for a playoff spot. I mean, can we talk about this? It's literally that simple. Whoever wins this game goes to the playoffs. You might as well consider this like a playoff game. If you're the Ravens or the Steelers and you play this game, it's a playoff game. And then you've got a wild card, then a divisional potentially, right? And I think Baltimore has a serious shot at that. Bro, if Baltimore wins this, they could have the most legendary run to the Super Bowl. Derrick Henry, when the Ravens actually give him the ball. Get his ass. Yeah! I have this dream where I'm playing like 6th grade football, but I'm like my current size. I would love to just full pads flatten a 12-year-old. I would love to do that. Just literally like this. John Harbaugh to Derrick Henry, knowing his job is on the line. Stranger Things finale was so mid. Stranger Things finale was so mid. I would let Nancy Wheeler peg me. Nancy Wheeler can do anything to me. I would let Nancy Wheeler shoot me in the face. I would drag my balls through 1,000 miles of broken glass just to hear Nancy Wheeler fart through a walkie-talkie. Everyone facing Derrick Henry in the fantasy championship.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh my God, did I show you guys this? Yeah, how late am I? How late am I on everything? Did I show you guys this? I won the fantasy championship by 1.02 points, 1.06 points. I needed 55 out of Bijan and Puka, and I got 56. I'm legitimately him. I am actually him. This is a dynasty league too, so I get to carry my team into next season. Ooh, Harold Fannon's only getting better. Travion Henderson's only getting better. Oh, Olave. Ooh, I'm him. I know ball. I know fantasy football ball. I might be MM casual, but even a gay clock is homosexual twice a day. Derrick Henry saw these edits going around and took it personally. These stupid fucking edits, bro. Why does Henry want to go off when I don't have U.S. currency on him? Who knows, man? The Bears watching the Ravens destroy the Packers to clinch them the NFC North.
I never said thank you.
You didn't have to.
And you'll never have to.
Ah, shit. I fucked it up. What do you guys think of my Batman? What do you think my Batman voice, though? Fun fact, a company was sent a cease and desist letter from the Packers for producing cheese hats. So as revenge, the owner began selling the now famous cheese grater foam hats and now can barely keep up with demand.
Hold on. We got to make sure our guy who actually graded this defense is the one who wears it.
These hats are so stupid, but I literally see everybody wearing them now.
And then Derrick's like, all right, I'm good.
Just pass it around. Just passing the thing around. The Green Bay Packers heading into the playoffs. Yeah. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. The Packers defense without Micah Parsons. I mean, that's pretty reasonable though, right? You lose one of the best defensive players in football, like your defense is gonna get worse. Josh Jacobs in the fantasy championship.
Needed him most, he vanished.
He vanished. 70 years passed, my brother and I found a new avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his skills are great, he's got a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. I believe Aang can save the world. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Derrick Henry had more TDs tonight than Josh Jacobs had yards. Josh Jacobs had 3 yards in this game? That's actually horrible. Damn, I didn't realize it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. Warning graphic, Packers corner suffered a horrific leg injury. Ooh, I don't know if I want to watch this.
34.
You have Henry bottled up on this first play.
Whoa. Whoa. How did that happen? Oh, that's crazy. That's horrible. That thing is busted. Ravens fans watching Zay Flowers actually run forward after catching pass. Okay, Zay Flowers. I told him bust down my AP. Perfect timing. I told him. Don't you hate when you go up to one of your fellas and you tell them to bust down your AP and it's perfect? Don't you hate it? Don't you hate that relatable moment when you bust down your AP? Yeah. You know what I should do, guys? I should get the fattest, most fucking obnoxious Rolex ever and just wear it everywhere. That's what I should do. This snap would have given Tua Tagovailoa another concussion. Yay! Listen, shout out to Malik Willis, though. He's kind of low-key been balling as a back. He's been, like, seriously balling.
Malik Willis obviously
He really lost that football. I love where he looks. Like, he frantically looks behind him. It's like, that's some cartoon shit.
puts it in there.
Pause.
Rides it, and at the last minute pulls it out. Puts it in there.
Rides it, and at the last minute pulls it out. Banger. Banger, unfortunately. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 straight passes to MVS on Denzel Ward with the division on the line. Yeah, this is why it's like, hey, DK Metcalf, don't go punching people. Could have used you in this crucial game. Literally, they needed DK Metcalf in this game so bad, it's not even funny. When you think about it, though, bro, the Patriots wide receivers, the Steelers wide receivers without DK Metcalf are so bad. Also, MVS looked like shit, but what are we seriously expecting out of MVS, though? This should be illegal. This right here should be illegal. Shedeur Sanders Brady. That's pass interference on the defense. Steelers are going to lose the division all because their only red zone deep threat decided to thug out and punch a lot. It's kind of what I just said. 3 terrible passes. No, the last pass that Rodgers threw to MVS was so good. But that's a money ball. That's a fucking money ball. This is the reason this is not caught is because your wide receiver's not that good. I've seen this throw a million times to players like Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Adams, and they always come down with it. And MVS on Denzel Ward is just not that guy. Steelers fans, we need to score here. Aaron Rodgers and MVS.
Out of the gun, looking to the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Kenneth Gainwell was wide open for a walk-in touchdown on 4th and goal.
Here's the...
Yeah, he was. That's the MMG Classic, bro. That's a Texas route. You guys call me the Texas route merchant. That's a little Texas right there out of Kenneth Gainwell. That is brutal. He was very open. Aaron Rodgers with a chance to clinch the division and eliminate the Ravens. Sorry, JJ. Mike Tomlin every year after clinching a non-losing season.
We're going to run shotgun, doubles right, wide motion across, pistol left, 26-7 speed option. Let's go. Let's go. Get out of the line. Let's run.
Myles Garrett says the Steelers offense was more worried about him breaking the sack record versus them than winning the game, and it backfired.
They were more worried about keeping me away from Aaron than getting the win. And I think that's what came back to bite him. So,
I don't know that I agree with this. They certainly cared a lot about stopping Myles Garrett, but they just kind of like look like shit, and good wide receivers are really important. They just are. Also, Browns defense is really good. I don't know. Everyone's been saying this. I do think the Steelers offense was seriously, obviously trying to stop Myles Garrett, but you kind of have to seriously stop Myles Garrett anyway. If you want to beat the Browns, you kind of do have to stop. That's not true. That's not true. You can beat the Browns in a million fucking ways. What am I talking about, bro? That is probably right. Mike Tomlin after failing to clinch the division, but Myles Garrett didn't break the sack record. Literally, though. Dread it, run from it. 9-win Tomlin arrives. All the same. The Steelers preventing Myles Garrett from breaking the sack record by refusing to run a real drop-back offense and losing the division. I'd rather watch others fail more than watching myself succeed. Let's see Paul Allen's sack record. NFL scriptwriters setting up a Week 18 Ravens. Yeah. Low-key gonna be a banger game. Tell them. Scriptwriters running a primetime showdown to decide who will get blown out by the Texans in the wild card. Okay. Well, if the Ravens make it through, the Ravens are going to be a really tough playoff team to beat. The Ravens record means nothing. The Baltimore Ravens team MVP.
It is really hard to get me upset, but there's 2 things. Animal abuse, racism. Like, I get hot right away. Like I could feel it in my face, it gets all warm. So I guess I want to be crystal clear about one thing. I didn't use any racial slurs, no hate speech. I mean, none of that stuff at the game.
What the fuck am I watching? Is this the guy that was heckling DK and then that got semi-punched? Did he do a public announcement? I totally missed this. I through contact clues, I'm assuming that's who this is.
Actually, never. 15 years season ticket holder for the Lions. I've never done that at all. So, to Kalen, if you're watching this, man, just...
Why would you call him DeKalen again? Wasn't it the fact that you called him DeKalen that pissed him off in the first place? You're going to double down here in the presser and call him DeKalen again? That seems kind of passive-aggressive, if you ask me.
If you could just say that, please. Like, my family's getting threats and stuff, and it's not cool. So, whether you said that or not, I'm sure you didn't want that to happen to the family. Even if you did, like, I forgive you, man.
Shit, I didn't see any of this. Incoming comments begging for the attention of a 6'5", 250 pounds, lean by the way, YouTuber. To the 6'8", 240 pound, 1% body fat, CBSE seeing this. Okay, that was good glaze. Colton, that was super mega W Riz glaze, bro. I fuck with that. At least we're getting a little more original. At least we're not ruining the comment section for others. I fuck with this. Wow, I never saw this. So this Lions fan gives official statement after altercation with DK Metcalf. This guy says, love that he called him DeKalen again. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. This guy said, low-key, I believe him. He's still using DeKalen. Man called a press conference like it was a playoff game. Yeah, I don't get the point. Maybe if you know, his family's really receiving threats, I get it. But imagine being tender over your first name. We knew this. Why is he lying? He keeps calling him by his first name. So what this fan asked, he asked DK to come out and publicly admit that he didn't say the N-word. Because that's the thing. We covered this in a different video, but Ocho Cinco went on his podcast and said that he heard from somebody in DK's camp that this guy said the N-word. So DK never claimed that this guy said the N-word. This guy claims he never says the N-word. And yet, somehow, magically, the story becomes that he said the N-word. So it's like, where's the leak? You know, this is The Departed, I think. There's a mole in the operation somewhere. And so now this guy's coming out and saying, hey, DK, can you please, like, publicly admit that I didn't say that so that I can stop receiving threats? And you could probably bet your ass DK Metcalf is not going to do that. I do agree with this, though. Why can't people just sit in a seat and watch the game? Calling players by their government name to get a reaction is kind of corny. On the other hand, DK bit on the bait and fell for it. Yeah, what it basically is a lose-lose. Like, if you're going to go heckle a player for a reaction, you know, like, you're just a cornball. And then if you get the reaction you were looking for, that's horrible for the player. So what are we doing here? I don't get it. No, I certainly don't think he said that, though. I think he's just heckling him. If you're DK Metcalf, I mean, Jesus, DK is now going to get heckled like 3 times as hard because people are going to see him as a target, like a heckle target now. Like, oh, we can heckle this guy successfully and it'll work. You know, the New York Giants, whenever they're about to get the #1 pick. I was kind of shocked by that. I expected to see like a tank off, but no, dude, the Giants didn't give a fuck. They shit on the Raiders. Both the Raiders and the Giants were at 2-13, and they were just Miami Heat LeBron. Miami Heat LeBron. Yeah. Tell him my GOAT. Tell him my king. Tell him what Michael Jor Plummer could never. Tell him what Michael Jor Gamble could never. December 2024, Giants held #1 pick but beat the Colts and lost it. December 2025, Giants held the #1 pick but beat the Raiders and lost it. Listen, guys, what are we advocating for tanking now? Are we advocating for tanking now? Drew Lock would be proud of that Giants performance. We're watching a Caleb Williams masterclass. Hold on. We really are. We really were watching a Caleb Williams masterclass. All of Joe Schoen's draft and free agency bus coming together to accidentally beat the Raiders and cost the Giants the #1 pick. Hey. Geno Smith and the Raiders today. It's such a funny world we live in. It's such a funny world when your team is so bad that you're praying that they lose, and they successfully lose. Max Crosby says he refuses to tank for the #1 pick. The Raiders placed him on IR. Now he's posting videos playing basketball and jumping on a trampoline, sending a clear message to the organization.
Yeah, I don't give a about the pay. Like, to be honest, I don't play for that. That's not my job. My job is to be the best defensive end in the world, and that's what I focus on every day.
So, what I don't understand about this whole thing is the fact that the Raiders are allowed to do this. This is what I don't understand. I know that, like, in NBA basketball, there's load management, which can kind of be bullshit sometimes. Like, they'll just rest their star players for the playoffs or whatever, and that's kind of bullshit. Like, you don't have to be doing load management. But this seems like blatant cheating to me. If Max Crosby is not injured and is eligible to play and wants to play, and you just place him on IR because you know that if he's in the game, it will impact your odds of losing, like you want to lose, so you're going to like fake IR your good players, isn't this illegal? This is as close to legitimately tanking as I can see. Maybe Max Crosby's injury is very legitimate and he actually needs to be on IR, but it's crazy that Max Crosby can go out there and say, I'm not injured and I want to play and I don't care about the stupid pick and I want to play. And then they're like, no, sorry, buddy, you're on injured reserve. And just like, I didn't realize that you could do that. Okay, it's one thing if it's week 18, you've locked up your playoff spot, you can't change your seating, and you bench your starters. That's one thing. But when he's healthy and you bench him to lose, I don't get it. I don't know how you're allowed to do that. Max Crosby, I don't care about the #1 pick. Tyler Lockett, it might be time. Ooh, yeah. You know, and it's none of my business. And it's none of my business. As a young man with a full, beautiful head of hair who will never, probably ever bald, I'll probably never be bald. I mean, because I can't empathize with this because of my beautiful head of hair. Guys, I'm 21 with a beautiful head of hair like this. Imagine me at 65, you know? I think I'll still have some beautiful hair. What was I talking about? Oh, I do always wonder, when the hair's looking like this, why do you keep it? Is it just more convenient? Like, is it easier to just not shave it off? But like, dude, the second the bald eagle wants to drop a turtle on my head to crack the shell open, the second I'm like being used as a reflector beam of light on the beach, when you can get an extra little tan just by rotating your cranium, you know, that's when you just let it go. And there's nothing, dude, you know how many good-looking bald guys there's so many good-looking bald dudes. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's like when you don't know when to let it go, that's when it's a little goofy. I don't know, though, because I'm so young. I'm 20. Am I 20 or 21? I don't know. Maybe this is just a thing for, like, old chopped unks. Maybe I just don't get it because I'm so Gen Z. Josh Allen with an MVP throw to win the game. Oh, this pissed me off so bad. Dude, this pissed me off so bad. You know why this pissed me off so bad? Because this game was dog shit the whole game. Such a boring ass game. Boring, boring, boring. All of a sudden, with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Bills come alive. Eagles can't do anything. Jalen Hurts has passed for like 100 frickin' yards the whole game. Literally 110 yards in the whole game. And the Bills pull off miracle after miracle to get down here, just for Sean McDermott to go for 2, call the most beautiful play that could be called, literally butt fucking naked wide open. And the handsome goat Josh Allen's gonna miss a bunny? Dude, this is literally like watching LeBron James miss a game-winning layup. That was the heartbreak that this was. For all Josh Allen Glazers out there, this was just unbelievable. I mean, this is so clean. I mean, yes, technically he's kind of close to you, but this is so clean. You've got, what the fuck? You got both your feet down. Oh, and he's so open. There's so many places you can throw this football where it's caught, and that ain't one of them. Josh Allen when he has a wide open wide receiver with the division on the line. Yee. I'm so sorry, JJ McCarthy. Handsome 6'8" YouTuber Matthew getting canceled for the 12 slide. Buffalo still has a better Super Bowl chance than the Lions, by the way. Yeah, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Seahawks burner? Did you just roll in from Stupid Town? The Buffalo has a better chance than the Lions? Fucking everybody has a better Super Bowl chance than the Lions. We're not going to the... You rage baited me. Congratulations, you rage baited me. Tom Brady just called Josh Allen a big booty quarterback.
Give him the shove and letting your big 250-pound... big booty quarterback try to sneak his way in there.
He is, though. I mean, what did he say that was wrong? What did he say that was wrong? Tom Brady wearing a single black glove while calling a game in Buffalo. is insane. That's a banger. That's a banger slide. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson arguing after losing to the 49ers in the #1 seed.
My yard. All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Bro, you know whose fault it is? Both those defensive coordinators were having a who's more ass off. I just watched Brock Purdy and Caleb Williams give the game of all time because nobody could play defense. Collinsworth admitting to glazing Mahomes and seeing him catch himself is funny as fuck. It was! Oh my God. It was such an awesome game. This was a banger. Chris Collinsworth knows he's Patrick Mahomes' #1 meat rider. This was my favorite part of these games. No question.
Purdy was drafted when they were cleaning up the joint, but here he goes. He's cleaning up the Bears so far tonight. I mean,
crazy.
If this were Patrick Mahomes, we'd be screaming, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes!" I know I would be screaming, but that's the way it works because he has made those kinds of plays all night.
Chris, shut the fuck up, Chris. I'm glad that he became self-aware. He's a sentient being. I'm glad that he became self-aware. But we really just watched Brock Purdy put up a historic performance. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes is coming off probably his worst season ever, and we're sitting here glazing Patrick. What are we doing? Chris, you know who could make a play like that? Brock fucking Purdy can, because I just watched him make the play. God, at least he's sentient. At least he's sentient.
Just been carrying the 49ers. And what
hey,
I love about you, you still have your
sitting that Dougie. Hey. Chris Collinsworth to Patrick Mahomes during a game that has literally nothing to do with the Chiefs.
Resist this.
Dude, what are they thinking when they put a clip like that? What were they thinking when they put that in Penguins of Madagascar, bro? Caleb Williams missed a wide-open receiver on a game-winning touchdown.
Wide open throw again. You'll be right in this area. You'll see all the pressure.
Well, I don't know that's a game-winning touchdown. Either of these DBs could have came off their man to make the tackle.
It's away. He's fading away from it.
It might have been, though.
But there is a
it might have been.
Wide
Are we really gonna shit on Caleb? Guys, this game is 38-42. How much do you need out of your offense? I just watched the Bills and the Eagles playing a game that was 12-13. Do we gotta make every throw always to win the game? Come on. #1 Caleb Williams denier, #1 Caleb Williams defender, glazer, ultimate painted nails in chief, MMG, does not agree with this Sketo Gronk slide. Caleb Williams and Brock Purdy on a random Sunday after Christmas. Yeah, everybody was watching that game too. Because everybody was on break, everybody was off. Like, it was the perfect time to have a banger game. That's exactly what we got. Hey. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. That's me. That's me. Me joining the Sith is being a Caleb Williams glazer. Meanwhile, my fucking Lions are going to be in Cancun, and I'm going to be cheering on Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. Like, I actually joined the Sith. Caleb Williams and Brock Purdy on the final Sunday night of 2025. Banger. That was a banger, too. Jared Goff on the Rams, by the way. 49ers fans watching Brock Purdy throw a pick 6 on the first play of the game.
4 fucking seconds! It took you 4 fucking seconds
to piss me off. And they still won. Brock Purdy tonight, literally, bro. Just had to get the rust off. That's all it was. Brock Purdy making the Bears defense look like a middle. Literally, though. Like, what's going on here? You don't see this very often. This is just embarrassing. I do think, though, I think people forget how athletic Brock Purdy is. Brock Purdy is shockingly fast. Not just because he's white, okay? This isn't like a sneaky athletic. Actually, no, it totally is. If Brock Purdy was black, we'd be putting a fucking QB spy on him every play. We'd be containing the QB. We don't do that with Glock Purdy. You know why? He's short and white. You keep it up, Brock. You represent all sneaky athletic white people. And then go hit the craziest. If his Dougie was smooth, like if it was a good Dougie, it's actually pretty good. It's okay. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. Y'all gotta realize that Collinsworth is genuinely just a rage baiter. Dude, if they hired a guy literally just to go up there and rage bait, they're ahead of their time. is what they are. Got to admit, thanks for the Lions for letting us get Ben Johnson, but that was a good game and Caleb played great. You know, I am going to be honest. This is rage baiting me. This is rage baiting me, but I'm going to engage. I am so sick of people saying this. This is not what happened. This is not what happened. We offered Ben Johnson the biggest contract out of it. We offered Ben Johnson everything and the world and all the benefits. We couldn't have laid out all the chips and gone all in on Ben Johnson any harder. It was simply that Ben Johnson wanted to be a head coach. There was nothing that was going to stop him from being a head coach. He did not want to be an offensive coordinator anymore. We did not fumble the bag. We did not lose Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson left. Okay? It's like if you're dating a girl and all your buddies come to you and they're like, oh, bro, you fumbled her. You fumbled her. It's like, no, I didn't. I treated her well. I was very kind to her. I honked on her boobies very respectfully. And I gave her everything in the world. She simply wanted to leave me because she was a lesbian. I had to make it relatable to my scenario. A woman would never leave me because I'm so incredible. But for you guys, you know, your girl might leave you for a 6'8", 250-pound lean YouTuber. For example, that's just an example. Did you fumble, bro? Was it all your fault? Did you let her walk? No, you were good to her. You were good to your offensive coordinator. He just wanted something bigger and better. And that's not on the Detroit Lions. Brock Purdy versus the Bears defense. What sport is this? And how do you learn you're good at it? I don't know whether to be really impressed or to tell this guy to get a job. Stafford with a chance to lock up the MVP. Enjoy your retirement, he says. Dude, the Rams have lost some shocking games. The Rams were my #1 team in the NFL for a long, long time, but they lost 2 shocking games back to back. Matthew Stafford made an MVP statement tonight. This was a super uncharacteristic Matthew Stafford game. He really just doesn't do this very often, if ever. Well, he does, obviously. But he's just like, I gotta hate to shit on my boy, but I'm used to Jared Goff doing this. Jared Goff, like every once in a while, just have a very turnover-prone game. And I feel like there's a lot of quarterbacks that every once in a while, they just have this very turnover-prone game. I'm not used to Stafford doing it ever. Drake Maye watching Matthew Stafford throw 3 interceptions with the MVP on the line.
Is this your king? Huh?
Is this your king?
Is this your king?
Dude, I'm going to be the Black Panther for Halloween. Drake Maye stealing the MVP from Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but you stole it. Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I stole that shit. And I stole it, like, but niggas don't understand. I talk facts. Vlad, I talk facts.
Oh, you're right. Don't even deny it. That's cool.
I talk facts. What deny? What, nigga? Give me that, nigga. I don't know what to do with that.
Okay.
You know when a nigga got a girl, her shit fat? Bro, you don't know what to do with that. Give me that. That's what I did to that little nigga. Give me that. You don't know what to do with that.
6ix9ine is the stupidest fucking person. 6ix9ine is literally so funny. You can't unironically be that funny. You just have to be that funny. I keep seeing 6ix9ine clips everywhere. Was he like in jail or something? Was he in jail and he just got out of jail? Because I see 6ix9ine clips everywhere now. Matthew Stafford trying to save his MVP. I respect the effort though. I do respect the effort. Like, you got to go for it. Drake Maye after snatching Matthew Stafford's MVP tonight. This is truly the funniest video ever to me because it's like shockingly beautiful scenery, you know? Like, you're just up in the mountains in Colorado and he's just holding up a chain. How did Matthew Stafford miss this? Oh, God. Was this the Tutu Atwell throw at the end of the game? Bad one to miss. Look at this. The better question is, how did the Falcons defense fucking choke this bad? There's 20 seconds left in the game, you guys.
Stafford. He's got a man.
There's 20 fucking seconds left in the game. If he catches that ball, it's a touchdown.
What?
I mean, what defense are you running that allows that?
Open with Xavier Smith. What a...
Oh, it was not Tutu Atwell, it was Xavier Smith. But, dude, and he had a clean pocket. His feet were set. Honestly, I think this is just the culmination of you're having a bad game. He was having a bad game the whole game. So does he make the throw he always makes? No, he's having a bad game. When a basketball player's having a bad game, they miss shots that they usually make. That's how it works. Matthew Stafford to win the game. But you know, you can't think about it like that because if Matthew Stafford was just playing how he normally plays, they never need to win the game with 20 seconds left, you know? Jared Verse threw up a peace sign to the Falcons bench at midfield on his blocked field goal touchdown. Yeah, I kind of forgot that this game... It's kind of a miracle the Rams even got back in it, to be honest. Also, that's just fucking pitiful. I mean, this is pitiful blocking for a field goal.
Blocked.
What was the idea?
Big Jared Verse.
Like he caught that shit.
He waved to the Falcons bench on his way for the touchdown.
Kind of insane to wave to the bench when you're down by 14. I respect it, but like, what's going on here? I guess I don't understand the blocking assignment, but like, he just walked through that bitch.
Outstanding job. I mean, nobody even really puts a hand on him. He just gets right up the field.
Yeah, literally nobody. But oh, he didn't catch either. Bounce, dude. He like dribbled that thing off the ground. That was pretty cool. Matthew Stafford is now tied with Brett Favre for the most pick sixes in NFL history.
But McClendon has been awfully good.
That is an interesting stat. I mean, to some degree, it's a volume stat. The more throws that you throw, the more pick sixes you'll have. But, you know, when it's kind of crazy to think about, you know, Tom Brady, how long he played, all his stats, and it's Matthew Stafford and Brett Favre that have the most pick sixes.
Intercepted by Bates.
That's a really interesting stat. Falcons fans watching their team almost blow a 24-3 lead.
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.
A W's a W. Okay, here's the percentage chance to make the playoffs real quick. So Seahawks and Niners could have the 1 seed. Panthers have a 70% chance to make it. Bucks have a 30, so the Falcons can't make it. And neither can the Lions. I hate football. I hate football. Football is shit. Jaguars have a chance of the 1 seed. Wowzers. This wasn't even a catch, and it was still one of the best catches in NFL history. Puka Nacua is a freak.
Let's take a look. They have
Puka
not
Nacua is so
ruled
good.
whether it's a catch or not.
I don't get the fucking NFL. I really just like... The catch rules are so ridiculous. This is a catch.
I mean, how...
He has 2 feet down.
How do you even get that?
The field is an incomplete pass. Brings up 4th down.
And he secures the damn ball.
The previous spot.
What more do you need?
I mean, what am I seeing that they don't? Because that looks like a catch. I think this is a better look at it. That's
2 feet down.
Incredible.
He catches a fucking football. Like, I simply don't understand how it's not. I'm sure that there's some ambiguous, ridiculous, stupid little rule that says that's not a catch, but it's a fucking catch. Matthew Stafford put on an masterclass tonight and still has 12 more passing touchdowns and 8 more total touchdowns, but I forgot the MVP is based on 1 game. I'm going to be honest, all of you are forgetting that the NFL doesn't actually give so much of a shit about your stats, and they give way more of a shit about your win-loss record. The MVP is 100% going to Drake Maye. It's not going to Matthew Stafford. They don't care about his stats. They don't care that Matthew Stafford has thrown more passing touchdowns. They care that Drake Maye's team has a better win-loss record and a better seed in the playoffs. That is what matters to them. I'm not kidding. You see it so often. You actually see it so often.
Spin it.
The Rams are now 0-2 since Puka Nacua joined Aiden Ross's live stream.
Flex. Then look and go like this. All right. Yes! Yes! It's like a bow. Yes, just like this.
How it feels making it all the way to the fantasy championship just to get cooked. Not me. Couldn't be me. It literally couldn't be me. I can imagine for my league mates or some of you who might have made it all the way to the championship and not win it, but I simply can't understand. Oh my God, this is a great one to end it off on. We did a whole video on this. Diggs faces felony strangulation assault charges as personal chef alleges he hit and choked her over a pay dispute. I did a whole video on this, and what my opinion was that it was a total non-story. This woman has no evidence whatsoever. It kind of looked like a false allegation. Regardless, are the memes going to be very funny? I've still yet to see any proof. Anything available called evidence? No, there's none. Guys, there's no evidence. Funny memes? Yes. Now I see why nobody would let him date their sister. She deleted so many texts. For those of you who didn't read this story, Stefon Diggs had hired a private chef who lived in his home, and she claims that Diggs smacked her, choked her, threw her on the bed, and after all of that, she asks him for money that he owed her. The whole story is so fishy. The whole thing is so stupid, if I'm being honest. Like, literally read this. This is her own account of the story. She felt like she had trouble breathing and that she felt like she could have blacked out when Diggs was choking her, allegedly. She tried to pry his arm away. He tightened his grip. At that point, the male threw her onto the bed. He said something to the effect of, "Thought so." And then she told him that she still hasn't been paid. Like, what? Wait a minute. So this NFL player's beating your ass, and as soon as he's done, you're like, "By the way, you owe me money." What? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm going to need to see some serious evidence to change my mind on this story, because I think it's a bunch of baloney. Stefon Diggs chef after overcooking his steak. No. No, John Cena, no! Stefon Diggs when his chef doesn't cut off the crust on his PB&J. Wow. That's a hell of a combo. Now that's a 20-piece McNugget with barbecue sauce and a little honey mustard on the side. Wowzers. Diggs when his Dino Nuggets didn't come with the smiley face fries. Me IRL, though. Preach. Unfortunately, me IRL. Bang! Diggs when there's still unpopped kernels in his popcorn bowl.
I gave you a second chance, and he failed me.
Tell him. Tell him. Diggs driving to the Patriots facility for practice today.
It's a moment Americans will never forget. O.J. Simpson's notorious slow-speed chase. The date was June.
The Boston Strangler? No, it's the Bay Harbor Butcher. Bills fans already knew Diggs was a late-season choke artist. Ooh, banger. I already talked about this one on a different video, but unfortunately, it's a banger. You got to catch that football. You have to catch that football. Obama watching Diggs handle his personal chef situation differently than he did. Obama?
How the game is played. You can't do that. But that's not how the game is played.
I don't know shit about Obama and a personal chef, but... Oh, yeah, guys, this happened a day after. Christian Barmore faces assault and battery charges after allegedly throwing his girlfriend to the floor as she tried to leave his home following an argument. The woman told police Barmore was upset the temperature was 2 degrees warmer than he preferred. Took her phone and disconnected a call, then grabbed him through to... Over the thermostat's kind of crazy work. That's my dad, though. Come on, if your dad never beat your ass for fucking with the thermostat, bro, you just didn't grow up in America, straight up. Christian Barmore, when his girl changes the thermostat... I'll never understand this clip. Truly. Like, how do you do what you just did in a safe way? There is no... I'll never get it. That's just... Mike Vrabel, playoffs start next week. Let's try to limit distractions. Yeah, I mean, like, technically... Dude, like, both of these guys could be... I don't think it's going to happen. I think especially the Diggs one, I think nothing's going to happen with that. I don't know so much about this Barmore one. But, bad timing, guys. Patriots PR team this week is in shit. Patriots players a week before the... What do I leave you off with today on this NFL memes video? Happy New Year. I hope you're having an amazing New Year. I hope you're spending time with people that you love. I hope you're having a great year. If you're not having a great year and you're really struggling right now, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And the way that you're feeling is not permanent. It does not define you. And listen, man, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to show up tomorrow and the next day. And eventually you'll be able to look back on how you're feeling right now. And you'll be able to say that that's just how you felt. It's not who you are. It doesn't define the rest of your life. So if that's not you, then shut up, bro. You're good. You're already locked in. So have a great rest of your year. All right, gentlemen, you're so handsome. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.